Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine, safe and healthy at your home. Children, in today's session you are going to learn about chapter 10, that is basic electric circuits. Now let us see what are the learning outcomes of this lesson. Children, after the completion of this lesson, you will be able to identify basic electrical components, classify the materials as insulators and conductors, explain the differences between insulator and conductor. You can understand open and closed circuits. You can connect components in a circuit. Now let us see about a torch cell. Let us observe this cell and describe it. This cell consists of a cylindrical metal can. Its heaviness suggests that it is filled with some chemicals. Now, the protrusion at one end is due to a carbon rod in the center. At the top of the cell, a metal cap is fixed. The entire can is sealed. Children, have you seen positive and negative signs on your cell? What do they indicate? Now, these signs indicate the two terminals of a cell. You have to remember that you should not connect the two terminals of your cell with a single wire. Let us see about a bulb. Have you observed a torch bulb or an electrical bulb? Okay, now let us observe this. A torch bulb consists of a glass chamber fixed on a metal base. Two metal wires are firmly fixed. One wire is attached to the metal cap and the other is attached to the base at the center of the metal cap. The arrangement in an electrical bulb is different. In an electrical bulb, two metallic wires are attached to the two terminals at the bottom of the metal cap. These wires act as two terminals. The two terminals do not touch each other. The part of the bulb that glows is the filament, which is a thin spring-like wire attached to the two metal wires inside the glass bulb. Children, what do bulbs and cells? Why do these bulbs and cells have two terminals? Or how does a bulb glow with the help of a cell? Now we are going to learn in this lesson. Now children, let us see about a simple electric circuit. You have to take four wires of different colors, say blue, green, red and yellow, each about 15 centimeters long. Electric wires are often covered with plastic. First, remove about 2 centimeters of the plastic covering from both ends of each wire. Now attach two wires, blue and green, to the bulb. So remember, you have to attach the blue and green wires to a bulb and two wires that are red and yellow in color to a cell with a cello tape or cell holder, as you are seeing here in this picture. Children, we can use a cell holder to hold the cells and wires together tightly. Take an old inner tube of a bicycle and cut it into narrow bands. Each band should be wide enough to cover the knob of the cell. This is your cell holder. Now connect the wires in different forms as shown here in 4B to 4G. These pictures you are seeing here. In each case, check whether the bulb glows or not and record your observations. Now, if you see here, in order to glow bulb, we need an electrical cell and also electrical bulb and four wires. Now, without these parts, we cannot glow a bulb. In the first case, in figure 4a, here we are having a cell and only red and yellow wire here we can see. Now here there is no bulb, so we can see the bulb glowing. Now, if you see here in 4b, here you can see both the metal cap. Children, in order to glow a bulb, we should fix one wire to the metal cap and the other we should attach it to the base at the center of the metal cap. If you see in 4b, here we can see from one terminal of the cell both the wires are attached to the bulb. So now in this case also the bulb doesn't glow. Now if you see here in 4b, again the same thing happened. From the other terminal of the cell, the both wires are attached to the electrical bulb. So in this case also a bulb doesn't glow. Now if you see here in 4d, here one of the wire is attached to the positive terminal of the cell and another wire of the bulb is attached to the negative terminal of the cell, and here from one terminal it is attached to the center of the metal cap and another terminal of the cell it is attached to the metal cap. So here we can see a bulb glowing. Now if you see here in 4e, here we can see as the wires are, we can see they are twisted but they are connected in a correct way. One terminal of the cell, here the connection is given to center of the metal cap, and from the other terminal of the cell it is connected to the metal cap. So here also we can see a bulb glowing. If you come to here in 4f, here we can see there is a gap in between downside wires. So if we find a gap like this, then there will be no connection between the circuit, or we can find a gap. If we see a gap, then the flow of electricity will be stopped, then we can't see here a bulb glowing. If you come to 4g, there also we can see a gap upside. So again the flow of electricity is stopped here. Again the bulb doesn't glow. So children, let us continue our lesson in our next session with another concept like electric switch and about the parts of a torch and about conductors and insulators. So children, let us continue in our next session. Up to that, be happy. Allah Hafiz.